special occasion speeches, the advanced manuals, and it's about giving praise to someone. Okay? So I just picked in this case my mother. Go ahead. So hero. I named it hero because I think my mother was my hero. She departed like 3 years ago almost. But I think she was an example of many things in my life. For example, she was a woman that loved my father. She loved him deeply, even though my father was not really responding in kind. He had his own separate world. But my mother showed me, and even though also they got divorced when I was 8, but she always showed me the meaning of love because she kept somehow loving him in some part of her heart for a long time. She never established a relationship with anybody else. So I learned from that experience also that you can still be loyal to what you believe in. And I took it as an example in my life. And there's many things I could say about my mother. One of them, when I was a little kid, well, I was very young, she taught me a little bit about money. She gave me $1 once. She said, okay, here's $1 for you. And I said, what should I do with this? Whatever you want. So I went and spent it. I bought candy, I guess. And then she said, why do you spend all the money? I said, well, it's my money, right? She said, yeah, but you shouldn't think that way. I said, well, I can do whatever I want with my money. I want to spend it all. She said, yeah, but that's not the point about money, really. You got to understand what you should do with $1, really. So I said, well, I like to spend it. So she took me on a ride for the bus. We went to a nearby village over there. We were walking around, and she said, look at these people, very poor people sleeping in the street. And she said, would you like to live like this? I said, no. I got scared about that. She said, well, if you don't want to live like this, pay attention how you spend your money, okay? I said, so what should I do? She said, okay, from $1, let's say, for $1, 10 cents, you should give it away. That's not yours. Act like everything you earn is not yours. 10% out. 10 cents, you should save. From every $1, save it. And 10 cents, invest it somehow. Lend it, put it to work, whatever you want to do. And then from the 70%, you may do as you please. But don't spend the whole thing. I got the message, and then I grew up with this mentality and how to do with money. Not many people grow up with this mentality, and it's really basic that a kid learns what to do with $1. I also, when I was sick, when I was 12, I think, I had hepatitis. It was like a month in bed, and she said, what do you want to read? I said, nothing, just give me a game or something. She said, why don't you read? Spend that time you should. So I learned the meaning about time as well. So I said, okay, buy me the Zodiac. I mean, I'm Sagittarius in the sign, solar sign. So she bought me that book. I started reading, and I got fascinated by not only the sign, the solar sign, but all the planets and the story behind the planets and the influences in people. So then I got very curious. I told her, buy me the whole Zodiac, from Aries to Pisces, and read the whole thing. You know what, when I was 18 years of age, I became an astrologist. Because I got so much into that. Because all the influences that we're not even aware of. And there's much more beyond that, the planets and the Greek history and the Romans history. I got into this like crazy. I also, when I got to the point where I go to college, I said, I don't know what to study really. She says, fine, try to find whatever suits you the best, but not because you're following it. Because I started 3 careers. I did 2 years in one year in another one, and I never finished any of them because I got to a point where I said, this is not for me. And she said, it's fine. Look, she said, as long as you keep studying and perfecting yourself, you're going to get where you want to go. It doesn't have to be necessarily through a university or whatever you want. You can self-educate yourself. But the important thing is that you know what you want, eyes on the prize, and you move towards it. So you're going to start studying and becoming something. The important part here in life is what you're gonna become out of what you study. You're gonna find something in yourself that you didn't know before. So don't worry about it if it's not college. So I understand that. I understood that, and I did astrology, I got into metaphysics, I got into different psychology, I got in different types of studies. Then years ago, I learned that all was to apply to help others, and that was kind of my mission. And I got into coaching, and then I ended up in public speaking, trying to get better at this. But that was a valuable lesson. She told me also, if you learn to identify what you want to become as a person, you start becoming more valuable as a person, more valuable. And the more valuable you are, the more you will earn in life. Those became true. It was not about the time that I spent in a job, really. But she told me it's about the value. You can get as many jobs as you want, but it will be nothing consistent in your life. But if you become valuable, your income can increase, and the more irreplaceable you become, the more you can earn. So, but if you become irreplaceable by the value you bring, by the more you become, that's the way. She told me also that sacrifices were not in vain. As many times we help people and think we're going to be compensated from the same person we helped, but that doesn't necessarily work exactly that way. Sometimes we expect in return from the person. If it doesn't happen, we think we were cheated or something. But life always finds the way to compensate us. If you made a big sacrifice for anything, and you said it was all to waste, it wasn't. Life is going to pay you back somehow. That's for sure. And I learned it from many experiences in my life. She was right about that. At the end of the day, I wish she was here to learn what Toastmaster was, because she was also a very good speaker. She had a good voice. She was approached to do public speaking and advertising and all that. She had a nice voice. She was very smart, very political style. And I wish she was here to make her learn what Toastmaster was about. But she will still be an example for me and guiding me in all my steps. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you.